All right, we would like to start by reading each other's bios from our new book, J versus K. I will start with the one that I wrote for Kwame Alexander.
We spent a lot of time on these.
Yes, and they're very serious, so. Author, not illustrator, Kwame Alexander. Bio, written by Jerry Craft. What can you say about Kwame Alexander that can't be summed up in one word? Overrated. Sure, he won a Newbery in 2015 for his book, The Crossover, and yes, it became a TV show that won an Emmy. I have to admit, that was pretty cool, especially since I did get a walk-on role. And yes, his website says he's a poet, I guess, educator, sure, publisher, true, Emmy award-winning producer, pretty cool, and the #1 New York Times bestselling author, who isn't, whose works include Why Fathers Cry at Night, probably because his fans like my books better than his, An American Story, now that was a good book, A Door of No Return, Becoming Muhammad Ali, co-authored with James Patterson, Rebound, which is shortlisted for the UK Carnegie Medal, and The Undefeated, which I defeated in 2020 for the Newbery, so technically that name does not apply. And a National Book Award nominee and Newbery Honor Book. So overall, I guess he's not bad for someone who only writes but can't draw.
How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Yes.
Jerry Craft is not that good. He doesn't have an Emmy like I do.
It's true.
Did you all clap when he said Emmy? As of the printing of this book, Jerry does not have a TV show. He does not have a Broadway musical.
No.
He does not have an animated cartoon series on PBS.
No.
He is the only author to ever win the Newbery, the Coretta Scott King Award, and the Kirkus Prize for the same book, his novel, New Kid. That is impressive. It's really impressive for a book with a bunch of pictures. My daughter, who's in the back, drew better than that at 14. But he copies everything I do. I win a Newbery, he wins a Newbery.
Mm-hmm.
I become the #1 New York Times bestselling author, he becomes the #1. He does, it's really only a matter of time before Jerry has his own line of eyewear. No, seriously, I do. It's called the Haiku Collection. Just Google it. Are you wearing my glasses?
I am wearing your glasses. Because I support you.
Thank you.
These are his glasses, the Haiku Collection. They have little quotation marks on them. Really cool.
Jerry does have a New Kid sketchbook and a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle, which are really fun. And his other graphic novels, School Trip and Class Act, are decent. I mean, a lot of kids, like millions of kids, seem to like them, so go figure. Give it up for my friend, Jerry Craft.
Now, I love the stripes because you look like a referee, so you can kind of, it's probably appropriate.
I feel like that is my role here, maybe. I mean, I kind of don't need to be here. These guys can kind of just take this and run with it.
Did you come up with questions for us?
I did.
Did you have some time to prepare?
I did.
How much time?
About a month.
Let's see what you did.
Yeah, well, so usually first I like to ask, has anyone read the new book, J versus K? Show of hands. Yes, some, a few, okay. So no spoilers, guys, no spoilers.
Thank you.
No spoilers. I like to start off with a...
Oh, please don't ask that question.
Ooh.
This is between me and him.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I like to ask a question about getting to know you a little bit better, just in case, some of the folks joining us haven't read much of your work yet. So, what besides J versus K? What is your favorite book that you have written and why?
So, my favorite book, I've written 45 books. And my favorite book is book number 46. Which I've never talked about because I just started it last week. I don't even think I told you.
No. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Would you all like to know? Yeah. All right. So the book I'm writing, have you all ever heard of the crossover? Yes. Okay. So the book I'm writing, nah. It's the sequel to the crossover.
Wow.
So I think that's my favorite.
It's a book that hasn't been written yet. Okay. I don't know how you can.
That's why.
Yeah. That's why it's his favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite will probably always be New Kid because that's the one that after 20 years of self-publishing and struggling to get any kind of notoriety, that's the one that landed and kind of got me to where I am now.
I mean, it is a really amazing book.
Yes. I will say I had a lot of fun writing J versus K, and we will talk about that. That might be second.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed reading it. Hopefully, when you all go out, if you haven't read it yet, you will enjoy reading it. I particularly loved the author asides that were in the book, with vocabulary that I could then teach my children about. That was pretty fun, among other things. While you were writing it, give us a little bit of the behind the scenes in writing it. How did you guys work together? Did you talk on the phone? Did you talk via Zoom? Did you email each other? How did all
We'll talk about how it started.
Yeah, how it started. Give us some background on this book.
So I would say about 3 years ago, I had a concept of working together with another author because I had never worked together with another author. And so I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if I worked with someone that, I could learn from, who I respected, who had like a following, and it could be like a really good rapport. And I reached out, but Jason Reynolds was busy. And I was like, well, Kwame does 45 books a year, so he could probably. So I called him up, and I'm like, hey, man, I got this idea for this book. You and I as kids, and one's an author, one's an artist, and really put my soul out. And Mr. Yes, he has a book called Say Yes. Mr. Yes said,
no.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, okay, maybe he's busy. So another year goes by, and I have it formulated a little bit more. And I saw him again at a book fair, and I pitched it, and this time he said,
no.
Yeah. That goes on maybe 2-3 more times, and then finally, I was like, you know what, I know this is a good idea. And so I had to challenge him, and...
I was playing pickleball, and my phone was ringing off the hook, and I was like, who's calling me? So finally, in between games, I went and checked my phone, and Jerry had called. And so I just went back to the game. But before I could get back on the court, he called again. So I answered, what you want? What's up? And he did this.
Chapter 1. Jay loved to draw, and it showed. He was by far the best artist in the entire 5th grade, all 3 classes. He was probably better than most of the 6th graders, too. In fact, all the kids at Dean Ashley Public School were so amazed at what Jay could do. His teachers were so impressed, they regularly referred to him as a Jay-enius, which is even cooler since it wasn't too far off from his real name, Jay Ennis. His superheroes were heroic. His dogs were the doggiest. His still lifes were the liveliest. And Jay could even draw hands, and no one can draw hands. With just a few simple lines, Jay could draw a face, and you knew exactly how that face was feeling. Happy, sad, confused. Then in a matter of seconds, he could make a happy face look mischievous just by changing the eyebrows. The eyebrows. And I continued.
And then I went home that night and I wrote this.
Well, he claims I hung up on him.
You did hang up on him.
He says I read the chapter and then just hung up on him.
As a matter of fact, you did. It was almost like a dare. I dare you to do better than that. And so I went home and I wrote, Kay couldn't draw bath water. He couldn't draw a straight line even if he had a ruler. He couldn't draw a conclusion if he had all the facts. His squares looked like circles, and his circles looked more like lima beans. Though just like Jay, he was known for creating the coolest pictures ever, but with words. His teachers were so impressed by him, they said that Kay had the right stuff. Get it? At his last school, the American Academy of London, he was known as the word wizard, the metaphor master, the story superstar. And so I sent him the chapter. Thank you. I sent him the chapter, and then he sent me another chapter. And then I sent him another chapter. And a year later, Jerry Craft had tricked me into writing a book. And that's how it happened.
So now is going to be the behind the scenes question that I warned you about. I am a nerd about how artists work. I like to know, something cool about, you got to have a certain pencil or you got to have a certain notebook that you write in or a certain space. So what's something that people don't know about when you're writing or when you're drawing that you need to have that's behind the scenes?
Ideally, I work from 6 p.m. till 1:30 a.m. every night. That's like my...
Night owl.
Yeah, I'm a night owl. So when I would write the chapters, we had a Google Doc, and then so by the time he woke up, because he's the opposite.
I write like 6 a.m. to 11 a.m.
It was waiting for him. So then he wrote it, and by the time I went to work, it was waiting for me. So we just did this, and it worked seamlessly. It was a lot of fun.
Well, it was a lot of fun until I would get a chapter, and before I would read it, and I was like, that's cool. But before I would go and write my chapter, then I would go back and rewrite Jerry's chapter. You remember that?
Yeah, and I was, we doing that now, huh? We going back and edit. But then I was like, okay. We both had to put our egos aside. So if it was better, it's like, okay, I'll give you your props. That was better.
And there was this really interesting thing. I mean, most of the really cool stuff that happened in this book was Jerry's idea. That's the last compliment I'm giving him today. But there was one thing that happened that I thought was really brilliant. And I don't remember who came up with this idea. Probably me. But my character's father is a zoo engineer. Do y'all know what that is?
Yes.
What is a zoo engineer?
Someone who designs the places
Someone who designs the places
where animals stay for a zoo.
where animals stay in the zoo. Give it up for this young person right here. And Jerry's character, Jay, his father was a
Dentist.
dentist.
Who worked at Down in the Mouth Dental.
But Jerry's reveal of the father's occupation came before mine. So when Jerry read mine, he then said, oh, maybe I should go back and change the occupation of my kid's character to be more in line with your kid's character's father.
Right. So since his dad worked as a zoo engineer and loved animals, I wanted to change mine, who equally loved animals. So what's the occupation that you think also loves animals?
Definitely like a griller or
Just a gorilla? He's a professional gorilla?
like a hunter.
A
Oh, a
hunter.
hunter. Okay.
A hunter who loves animals. Okay.
Yes.
Who is this kid? I love it. What do you say?
Like a vet.
A vet?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like a meat person.
A meat person,
Okay.
like who's half meat, half person, just like
Yeah, that's a great.
like Oscar Mayer is his name.
Who are these kids' teachers?
Can we just hear from adults from now on?
So you gonna read to them or you gonna tell them?
I actually changed it so that he owns a barbecue food truck. So he likes his animals with a little dry rub and maybe a little barbecue sauce. So you weren't, that was close.
But it was really cool the way it happened because this is all happening behind the scenes. This is
Right.
our writing process. So then Jerry comes up with the idea, Kwame, this whole revision, rewriting, brainstorming process, let's put it in the book. So then in the book, the author and author break the fourth wall. And we actually become characters in our novel to talk to kids about this revision process that we just did. I think that was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah. The part that gives me goosebumps is there are teachers that are getting this for their writing class to show the kids. Because we always say when you're doing a book, it's not about the writing and the drawing.
It's about the rewriting.
The rewriting and the redrawing.
Yep.
So to show how much we change something and they're not afraid to throw it away and start again, I think is important.
Yep.
Brilliant question. Thank
Thank
you.
you. No, you don't need me, like I said. So do we want to keep talking or do we want to take more questions now? Because
How
we have
much time
about
do we have?
10 more minutes, 9 minutes.
She's been eyeballing me ever since.
Not
what's it?
eight.
We have 8
8 and a
minutes?
half minutes.
Before we take questions?
No.
Oh,
total.
8 minutes total.
Total.
Okay, we will take 8 60-second questions.
Okay. Okay. So if you would
I
like
knew you were
to
getting
ask
up.
questions, come up and join us at the mics.
Okay,
Please remember to talk closely to the mic so that we can hear you.
okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4,
We'll go.
5, 6.
We'll start
Okay,
here and we'll go
okay.
over.
Go.
How did you text him if you don't know his phone number really?
I don't know.
How did you text him if you don't know his phone number? Oh, how did you text him if you don't know his phone number?
He gave it to me after a while. It took about 4 years. Good question. Thank
That's
you.
a great question.
Yeah.
Only a kid. I love it.
All right.
Thank you.
A question for Kwame.
No. Okay. Decide.
Don't listen.
I really like the crossover series, and I read the playbook, and it seems like you got inspiration from a lot of athletes like LeBron James and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Wilma Rudolph. Where did you get the inspiration from the series itself? Was it from those athletes, or it's somewhere else too?
That's a great question. What's your name?
Abe.
Aiden?
Abe.
Abe.
Yeah.
So Abe, I think I got a lot of inspiration for my serious self from my parents, from my mother and my father,
Yeah.
and from my grandparents. I think my family, they always believed in me even if I didn't believe in myself. And so that always made me feel like I've got support. One of my favorite things to say, you all can repeat after me. Be a star. Be a star. In your mind. In your mind. Day and night. Day and night. Let it shine. Let it shine. And I just always feel like that. Great question, Abe.
Thank you.
So the one thing Kwame does not believe in is short answers. We have about 11 more kids. Let's go.
This one is for both of you guys. How did you meet each other? Was it at a book fair? Did you guys want to write together?
We met in what year?
2010.
2010 at Human Bookstore. He was doing not Zoom, what was that called? Skype.
Doing a Skype visit at a bookstore in Harlem with kids in Kenya.
And then I weaseled my way in on it.
There was this guy standing outside just sort of peeking in, looking, and it turned out that you were officially one of the first stalkers I ever had.
So we jointly did this Zoom, the Skype to kids in Kenya. And then like 4 years ago, we actually went to Kenya and did a book signing there and did schools, and that was like a goosebump moment.
But we met at a bookstore.
Yes. All right, decide. We got 4 minutes. Okay.
How old were, this is for both of you, how old were you guys when you started making your first book?
I self-published my first book in 1997. You'll have to Google how old I am and do the math.
My first book was published when I was 23. Great question.
So it was 1918. So I got interviewed. Say your name, because you have a YouTube channel. She interviewed me today.
Hi, my name is
She asked you,
Ishara.
but you said no. Okay.
My name is Ishara. Mr. Kwame, I have a question. If you two were bitter rivals against each other when you guys were creating both of you guys' books, how did you guys set your own egos aside? Because you guys wanted to one-up each other, I know.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to go into overtime today.
Yeah.
When we started the process, do y'all know who LeBron James is? Yes. When we started working together, I felt like I was the LeBron James on this team, and Jerry was Dwayne Wade. And I acted like that. Like that was my attitude. I'm the guy. You should be happy to be on the team with me. And so there were some times where we clashed a little bit. It would take me probably about a year almost to finally realize, I want to say it happened before the tour, but maybe it happened on tour. But I realized that, in fact, Jerry was LeBron and I was Dwayne Wade. And that was a huge wake-up call for me. But I also realized that A, he lived up to the responsibility because the book is amazing. And B, if I'm not LeBron, I don't have to do all the work. And so I think that we both got to a point where we figured out, or I speak for myself, where I needed to check my ego. I needed to sort of acknowledge his greatness, as it were.
And vice versa, because we did a school, remember, had like 1,200 kids, and he, man, when I tell you, it was like Disney on Ice. Like, he revs these kids up, and then after a while, I look, and he's sweating, and then he like tags in, and I come in, and like we really found each other's strengths and stuff. So it was absolutely amazing.
I think the thing is, and you all can repeat after me, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Not because I am better than anyone else. But because no one is better than me.
All right.
By the way, I'm also on Team J.
Woohoo! See, there you go. There you go. Oh. There you go. Hold that up.
Oh, I gotta tell the story.
All right.
Remember what happened in Austin?
Yes.
So
and we got 1 minute.
We did a
I promise
16-city
to do you.
tour in a bus. Like, it was a rap bus with our pictures and stuff. And so we were in a place called Austin, Texas. And I don't like to sign next to Jerry. I have to sign in a different part of the room. So he'll sign over here and I'll sign over there. Well, in Austin, people would go to get their books signed, and my table was near the door. And people would come to me to get their books signed next. And so this one family, after they went to Jerry, they were having a good time. Jerry draws on the book. I just write K. And they were all excited, and then they came to me to get, and I was like, yeah, hey. And they just started walking past me towards the door. And I was like, you want me to sign your book? And they were like, no. We're Team J. Why are y'all clapping for that? And so I just didn't understand what people were taking it seriously.
Yeah. When we signed, okay, go ahead.
I have a question for Jerry. What inspired you to write the New Kids series?
Oh, you know what? So when I was your age, I hated to read books. Absolutely hated to read. There was nothing I enjoyed less than reading a book. And I think part of the reason is I never saw myself even close in the book, and there was never anyone who looked like me who I identified with and wanted to be. And like the only way that you'll understand that is, because a lot of it was in 1865, those weren't happy times for me. So if the only books that some of you had as little girls were like Handmaid's Tale, like that's what it was like for me.
Right.
And I just wanted to do a book with an African American kid who lasted to the end of the book and was happy and had family.
Last question.
Yep, we got to do one. We can do
Last
one more,
question.
and then we gotta wrap it up.
Okay.
Any tips on how an unpublished writer can navigate the waters of the publishing?
Not in 30 seconds. You'll come around and then.
We'll talk to you afterwards. Come see us afterwards at the signing. All right, go ahead. Last question.
Is there going to be another new kid, like from the series?
Oh, another new kid. You know what? I'm gonna talk to my editor on Monday about expanding the New Kid universe. That would be cool to have a new kid and a new crossover. That'd be absolutely amazing.
Say again?
Have a new kid and a new crossover would be absolutely amazing.
It would be.
It would be.
It would be.
Well, thank you.
I got one question for y'all. Jerry drew the illustrations. These are 2 fifth graders. You ever seen a 5th grader with a bald head? Who does that? Y'all give it up for Megan.
No, please. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you all have enjoyed your National Book Festival.
Right.
Again, please give it up for Jerry and Kwame. I believe they'll be doing signings a little bit later, so please join us for that, and have a good rest of your afternoon.